Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris.
My talks, one of my favorite part, these are the hotspot questions. So the 2 3-part questions, but as you're a coach, I'm going to do it from a coach perspective. So there we go. So first part is a player you love coaching, player you love coaching against, and a funny player you've coached.
Okay. Player I love coaching. I mean, I've had a lot of, I've been fortunate, and you're going to put me on the spot because you're asking me for one of these. So I'm going to tell you that, going through, one of the best players I've ever coached, from a coaching perspective, is Drew Spinks. Drew Spinks was our captain in Milton Keynes.
Okay.
Drew was excellent. He understood his position. He understood everybody's position on the floor. He was a motivator, and he knew everything we were doing. It was just a beauty, Joe, our captain, has been with us for 6 years now, I think. 7 years, maybe.
Yeah.
He will do whatever the team needs.
Okay.
But actually, obviously, coaching Justin and being able to execute has been a huge plus from a coaching standpoint. So, from coaching who I've loved coaching, those are those 3 there.
Okay.
Coaching against? Oh, that's a tough one. You mean player-wise or coach-wise, you mean?
You could go coach or player-wise, whichever you prefer.
Well, I've always loved coaching against Fab and Rob.
Okay.
Because if you're coaching against them, it means you're in a big game. So I've always loved that, off the floor, Rob and I get on so well.
Yeah.
On the floor, we hate each other. I love coaching against him because I know it's all about ball, and that's a really good thing. And with Fab, Fab's intensity is second to none. That he brings, he'll cry for the game. He's that kind of, I'm a little bit more of a joker, so I like to kind of bait Fab a little bit and enjoy that little aspect of it as well. And then the guy I used to like coaching, some of the guys who played for me, like Orlan Jackman and Teo. I love coaching against them just because we get each other and fun. The one that you said,
funny player you've coached. One of the funny players you coached.
One of the funniest players I've coached is Jarrell Okoro. Because Jarrell will be huge if he would get out of his own way. Because Jarrell is so being busy. He's a great guy. He'll put whatever effort is required. And I just feel he's such a genuine guy, and his improvement with us. I felt his improvement with us when he was with us was sensational.
Yeah, definitely.
But he always makes everyone laugh.
Apparently, you're trying to get everyone mad on the sidelines from Kofi and Matthew. All right. So there's you got another part to the 3-part question. So next one was a player you didn't like coaching. So not necessarily you didn't like them, but you might not like coaching them. A player you didn't like coaching against, Kryptonite, and then a funny opponent that you liked coaching against.
Okay, you're losing me on the way, but you're gonna help me out. The guy that was always tough to coach against was Charles Smith. I mean, Jesus wept, because I coached against Charles Smith. From when he first came into the league. Yeah. When Charles came into the league, he was strict 6 foot and in.
Yeah,
a high jumper, and that was it.
Yeah,
he worked on it. He developed his game, and then he went to Spain, played in Spain, came back to Newcastle, developed. All of a sudden, not only did you have this guy with all these skills and unbelievable range, but he was a big time guy. Really, and he was almost impossible to stop. I'm just trying to think of some of the games that we played against him. They were just literally there's just nothing we could do about him.
Yeah. He just tried everything. Box on one don't work. This and that don't work.
Oh no, and just so smart, you know. So any game that you beat Newcastle up in Newcastle is you have to be happy about that, you know.
Yeah.
And then who else am I looking for? You said somebody coaching against who else?
So a player you didn't like coaching. So not even necessarily you didn't like them. You don't even have to say his name. You could say it as a player, and I can live with that one. And then the last one was the funny opponent you like coaching against.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of guys that I've coached, you know, anybody who's played for me, I am who I am. I don't pretend to be anybody. Yeah. I am who I am, and they know where I'm coming from. So the only way that there would ever be an issue is if they don't buy into what I'm trying to say. And the only thing that ever, you know, so it's tough for me to pick someone, but the only one type of player that I don't like coaching is somebody who's not prepared to give the effort. Yeah, I don't care if your level is up here. I don't care if your level is down here. You give me the effort, you know. Yeah. And obviously, people who've watched me over the years, they know I'll never hesitate to put a young fella on the floor. I mean, you know, Jordan Spencer, when Jordan Spencer was playing for us when we were at Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I remember.
He started BBL games. I think he started 17 BBL games that year.
Yeah.
And you know, when I had young Jonathan James, anybody, I'll play. If you're there and you can practice doing, I'll put you on that.
Fair enough. And then the funny opponent you coached against.
Funny opponent. Well, you know, the guy that was always the funniest guy was a guy by the name of Bob Donywald.
Bob Donywald. I don't remember him.
Let me tell you, Bob Donywald coached Leicester.
Yeah.
He coached Derby. And he coached the London Leopards.
Yeah.
Now, trouble follows Bob everywhere, right? Trouble follows Bob everywhere. Now, the team that he had at Derby was probably one of the most entertaining basketball teams this country's ever. You know, he had Yorick Williams, a young Yorick Williams.
Yeah.
You know, that's like, you know, one step from the free throw line behind the back, throw it down. He had Rico Alderson, always was finding someone to fight. Yeah, he had Mo Robinson. He had Tim Lascelles. He had these unbelievable athletes, and they'd be going around fighting people everywhere. But and then with Bob, he then left the, you know, his job. He got a job in the NBA, and his job in the NBA was with Cleveland in LeBron James's first year, and his job, and his job only nothing to do with coaching. His job was to keep LeBron out of trouble. That was his job. Now,
that was his job.
This is a guy that trouble follows, and they had him looking after LeBron. So, of course, that didn't go well. Now, so after that disaster, he became the head coach of China.
Yeah.
Now, you saw, I don't know if you've seen on internet, the fight between the China national team and Georgetown.
Jason Maxill.
There you go.
And he chased him around the court.
Bob Donywald for you.
Oh, that's bad luck, man. just everywhere you go, trouble just follows, man. Oh my God, bad luck. Oh,
meet him, he's a great guy, but you know, it gets a bit loose when the ball goes up.
Rico Alderson was. I remember Rico Alderson. Oh my gosh, that was another one. Oh,
Rico, something else. I mean, he really was. Wow, he was something else. There are clips online on YouTube. You can see him play an incredible athlete, desire. My goodness, but you know, for me, right? I mean, I've done everything in basketball as far as playing, coaching, commentating, watching the floor, watching the kid, whatever, driving the bus, whatever it takes. But one of the things I like is when I was commentating. You know, before when I was in Milton Keynes, even some of the times when I was in London, I would commentate on the games, and I used to visualize myself because I went to New York. I went to the Rocker Park tournament.
Yeah.
Right? Saw what happened there back in the day. And I used to try and create that kind of atmosphere when I was coming to a situation where if you go to Rocker Park, you look up about 4 or 5 rows back, all the old boys are there.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
No hair, sitting there looking at you coming in. Yo, man, look at these guys' shorts coming up in here. What's going on? You know, and they used to commentate the game and just kill you. You know, so you have to come ready. And I used to love to commentate in that way, you know. And a few players used to hate me commentating their games.
Oh my gosh, man, that's dope, man. Anyone else who's tuned in? Got any questions?
Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris.